watched some videos about
We'll have to show them
mechanics.
now.
But anyway.
Yeah, the draft is open.
Anyway.
A lot of AD carry bans as well. I mean, standard, although the Ivern ban, but we saw that Yoya, I think he played it on day one. The conversation with triple AD carry. Won't be able to flex it today. First pick Varus.
That champ's really OP.
Yeah.
Ivern?
Yeah, I think Ivern is really strong right now. I think it's kind of hard and competitive to make it work, because I feel like you don't really have a lot of explosiveness in the early game, but if you can get to that late game kind of dream scenario with a bunch of AD carriers, you're shielding everyone for 500, kind of nice.
I'm not sure about the Xayah so early, especially into Varus, because if it's a poke Varus, I feel like it might be a bit hard for Xayah to play until she gets some lifesteal in her build, and they're kind of locking themselves.
This is kind of similar to your draft already, to be honest.
It is very similar, yeah, looks like they scrimmed each other. So I assume that Vitality just goes like some kind of long range stuff on the...
Like disengage, yeah.
That would be nice. Like they could maybe go like Ash Varus, that's what some people do. Or like just Renata even, just like we did Renata on 3.
I'm curious why everyone has started blind picking Xayah into Varus, or picking even Xayah into Varus or long range comps, because that was kind of a big no-no in the past. But I feel like now Xayah Khan, I guess maybe in scrims also has been popping up more. It is kind of a solid duo, but I feel like when you see Varus as the only pick, it doesn't really tell me that I want to go Xayah, you know?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I don't know the answer to that one. I think people got bored and wanted to play Xayah Khan, because Xayah Khan is pretty fun. I want to play it as well.
That's the angle. Just play fun champs.
Yeah, like usually comfort does like give you better odds of winning sometimes. So yeah, I can definitely see that angle. And right now they have to take away the Rakan, because Orianna-Rakan combo is completely OP, so they have to take it away right now. Oh, they did not take it away, in fact.
Well, now Vitality is definitely gonna ban Rakan, right? That's the obvious pick.
So, yeah.
Support, top lane bans expected, maybe?
I think it's hard to pair stuff with Xayah. What do you think, Mickey? Because if I'm support here and I see Varus on enemy team, I mean, I'm asking for a counter pick, otherwise I think it's unplayable.
Yeah, I think
if they force Alvaro to pick support on 4 here, I think it's a bit reportable, so they probably have to save it to 5.
I mean, at least they already showed both solo lanes on Vitality, so they can just pick top and 4, and then he has counter pick, so it should be fine. Not actually sure why they decided to just pick. I guess they just want to secure Cassante. Yeah, the banned Nocturne, I guess. The Orianna Nocturne combo has been popping up here and there.
Yep. I would expect the Rakan to get banned here.
Yeah.
It's kind of risky even for Alvaro to pick Rakan if it's open here on 4. Because Varus plus counter pick I think is kind of dangerous.
It's true.
This is just removing comfort. It's completely fine.
Yeah.
Now you just pick top lane as MDK and then see what Vitality does.
Soraka's eye lane was open. Oh my god.
Oh no, not Soraka. No way it's open. Gnar.
Big Gnar.
Okay.
Fair enough.
This matchup hasn't been looking too hot for the Gnar, I feel like. I feel like Cassante is just kind of broken, to be honest.
Yeah.
No, but it's always this champion that comes back at the end of the regular season when top laners are like, it used to be good.
They're just bored, I think.
Yeah, they're just bored, honestly.
They want to bring back their fun champs.
Maybe he just has to blind like Renata here or something.
Yeah.
I think Renata would make some sense.
Yeah, Blitzcrank is not super insane for Alvaro here. I think Xayah Blitzcrank is fine combo, but not insane.
Actually,
oh my god.
Yeah, I guess. Spike Brand,
wow.
that didn't expect that one, but it works, I guess.
That came out of left field.
Spike is pretty nice into Xayah, I would say. I like playing that. And Brand...
What would you pick now then? It's kind of hard, no?
Oh, maybe like Nautilus?
I'm thinking Naut or Alistar in my head, personally.
Yeah.
Maybe you int as Alistar this game, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think no matter what, this game, as the support, you're the inter. So just pick the champ that'll be the most useful in team fights.
Oh, wow. I guess
okay, Pike Blitzcrank, wow,
yeah,
this
I don't know,
is
like, Blitz is like flavor of the month. Everyone is like blind picking it and picking it like all over the place. I'm still saving mine for playoffs, so...
Nice.
Yeah.
Putting that in there a little. In case anyone's listening, guys, Mickey does play Blitzcrank.
I do play Blitzcrank.
Giving
if you look at my solo queue, I don't have the best success, but it's there.
But solo queue, yeah, it's okay.
Treats, any words on not to interrupt your conversation, I love it, but how do you think these conversations are going to play into each other?
I mean, I would rather have Vitality's draft, personally. I feel like they have a bit easier angles. I think also Brand is very good into enemy comp. Mad Lions Koi is kind of close range comp, I would say. They have to fight into you, and if you're fighting into Orianna, Brand, Cassante, it's gonna be kind of spicy. So I would rather have Vitality's draft, a bit easier to execute and a bit more scaling, I would say.
Oh, I hope Spike gets the ball on him and just ease in and flashes in. That'd be fun.
Spike Enjoyer, Vitality Enjoyer.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sure Healy can do it.
Well, the stage is set. Let's go to the casters for our last game of the regular season. Over to you.
Enjoy.
Thanks, guys. It's our last game in the regular season with Vitality versus Mad Koi, with a fight to lock in top 4 as well. Dagda, you've done so much research, you've done so much stake setting. Would you care to explain to our lovely audience and the people at home what's on the line for this one?
So, if Vitality win this game, we will be seeing Fnatic lock in top 4. If Mad Lions Koi win, though, they own the head-to-head against Vitality, so they will be the ones that secure top 4. So if you're a Fnatic fan, you are cheering for Vitality. If you're a Mad Lions Koi fan, you just cheer for them anyway.
Which would
They're
be
a good
crazy.
team. They're fun.
The fact that Mad can secure top 4 when this team was completely remade around Elyoya is kind of crazy. Now, there is just a slight delay getting into game. We are just fixing out an audio issue. But once that is done, we'll be getting into this one and starting our last game of the night. Thank you for being patient with us as well. And while we are waiting, I can give you some fun stats from our stats teams, because Hylissang's Pyke has 38 games on it historically with a 68% win rate.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, I will say it kind of fits how I expect Hilly to play, which is you go very aggressive, and then you're kind of like, oh, well, I can, you know, W and just skedaddle on out of here when things go wrong. Very slippery, very difficult to lock down. But we'll say Blitzcrank on the opposite side makes it a little bit more difficult for him to try and escape, because you are still very squishy. And that's a lot of burst damage that's on Mad Lions Koi. So I am curious how this one's going to pan out, because it feels like when you're trying to pressure that 4v4 with Vitality, no one really wants to tank Alvaro's hook. So I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of running away here, and already Mad Lions Koi are like, cool, yous are all squishy, apart from Photon. So let's see who we can try and grab out of this one.
Well, if you hook Photon this early on, I mean, he's still going to die. Mad Koi versus 2 of their former members. Kazi and Hylissang on the other side of the rift this time. Vitality in the offseason, they took some pieces away, Dagda, and as you said as well, was also taking some of the coaching staff away.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of those pieces that were on Mad Lions last year now moved across to Vitality. I mean, you got Mad, you got Mac, or sorry, Pad, you got Mac, Mad, and then also Karzi and Hylissang coming across as well. So would be even we got the tweet from Mac earlier on. I think it was actually Ginny who put it into our Slack channels to say that it was Mac saying, "Hey, be very nice to expletive Mad Lions Koi today from getting to top 4." So definitely some rivalry still existing, and it'll be interesting to see now if Vitality can play upset here to Mad Lions Koi and keep them from reaching that top 4 spot.
Especially when, you know, this was part of the Worlds team as well. Kazi, Hylissang alongside Elyoya. They were big names. Didn't go the best, let's be real. But still, it was a Worlds team nonetheless. On that bot side, the Pyke was talked about before with Halo Blades, with the Varus. A lot of power in the 2v2, depending on the Bone Skewer, which lands. And look at this, Alvaro just going to take a massive chunk, but as he gets the hook in, it won't matter, because with the Ignite down, that Blitzcrank is practically almost dead.
And that's the power of the Halo Blades Pyke. This is something that you always see Hailey trying to go for, is that level 1. I set up for Douglas to go for Invade. Yoya spotted Alvaro. Can he go for the hook? Not going to even fish for it.
It's a cheeky invade. The start was purely just blue. Gromp gets away. Now go to the bot side of his jungle. Elyoya's here. But how does this play out?
We have to be very careful, because Frescowi got a ward level 1, so he's actually hit 2 off the first wave. Now has push where you traditionally wouldn't. So Elyoya going to respond on the invade here. Does see that red is still up, so I'm not sure. Does he just stick around and look for Douglas? Like, Douglas going to red would be so dangerous here. But no, Elyoya just going to back away. Afraid of the pressure coming in from bot side. Maybe didn't realize how low Douglas was, but with flash available and the push and boss, and with the bounce back coming in from Frescowi in mid, just doesn't feel comfortable going for it.
I mean, you get information, but Dagda, as he goes back, the tempo is down. You've got walls to take. You have to walk all the way back to your side of the jungle. Look at the CS difference already. But Douglas is a great start as Merwin, at least getting some information of his own up towards his top side. See if that affects how Mad can get this pathing around and how Elyoya can get some speed himself.
It was pinged out though, so I think they know that Merwin would have popped a ward onto that top side, so Douglas will be aware when he moves up there that he will be spotted. Video hits the level 4, but takes a bit of damage. We'll still be able to back it on up. Alvaro!
Oh, hook out. Alvaro has to flash. Good hook from Hylissang. Kazi layers with the damage. This 2v2 set up. I mean, Alvaro has to back away, and there's a CS lead here brewing.
And the fact that now Flash is gone means that Alvaro is going to be very much stuck in this bottom side of the map if he ends up getting hooked. Didn't manage to stick around to hit the level 3 as well. Same as Supa, so they are a bit of a disadvantage when it comes to the experience. So curious to see how that one's going to play out as Mirren. Takes a couple of love taps from Photon.
You know, Dagda, I'm going to get the pronunciation right. I keep calling him Merwin, like he's Steve Irwin's cousin or something. Merwin. Proper pronunciation, important enough. Getting poked out a little bit. In melee, of course, by Photon. I'm sure that'll change, as we know, can be quite oppressive in this lane.
Yeah, it is only fair, since we're Australian, that we let you away with that one. He's like a national hero, right? So.
Yeah, Merwin is. Yeah.
Yeah. He's been
People
promoted.
from OC sitting at home like, this is our guy. You know, if we need a player to attach to in the LEC at 4 AM in the morning, it's him.
And look, he's been doing a fantastic job bringing in some of the funky picks. We got to see the fiddle. Didn't quite work out yesterday.
But it could have.
Oh, the hook!
Oh my god, it lands? Wait, Hilly's dead!
The tower shot!
No way! Alvaro gets first blood! That guy's like John Wick!
Combo coming in! Super! Manages to get the blade call, roots up Hilly, and then the hook was perfect from Alvaro. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie, I love this Madlands Koi duo. They are so much fun to watch.
I mean, Alvaro has been a great support as well. We talk about all these new members debuting in the LEC. This bottom lane's been a damn exciting one as well. Stabilizes a bit, Dagda, because we've got to remember, with that bot side hook, with Alvaro getting caught out, with him almost dying early, Kazi and Hilly had a bit of a lead. We'll see how that stabilizes after the play. Hilly's already made his move, though, towards mid. Frescowi has to be careful, but he is in his ear with shifting sands. Hilly isn't able to find anything and is now spotted out.
One of the things, though, that has to be pointed out is that with Elyoya trying to do a lot of invades, seeing if he can get vision, and not really having his own jungle to farm, he's fallen quite far behind. You look at the CS in the jungle.
Wow, true.
Like 550 gold going across towards Douglas, and Elyoya now only hitting level 4, whereas you look at Douglas, 5.5. Like, Elyoya is very far behind when it comes into this game, and that's going to be a major issue if you're looking for Madlands Koi to try and play aggressive. Elyoya going to try and go towards the grubs, but I don't think this is the best of calls. I mean, it'll slow you down. You can get some of the experience off them, but actually with Brand, looks like he's going to move towards that bot side instead and look to punish Alvaro without that flash.
I mean, just talking about it on the desk for the grubs, how valuable are they? Again, we've come to this realization that it's very game dependent, as Mickey said. And in this game, when you're looking at a lethality virus, when you're looking at dominating this laning phase, makes sense that Douglas goes down there, sets up for the early Cloud Dragon. Again, the bonus stats are going to be great. For the cost of 3 grubs, you still think in early game, the jungle difference is going to matter more and more, as now Douglas is already level 6. As you pointed out, that's just such a big lead.
And I'm kind of surprised that Elyoya is not going in towards the top side jungle here for Douglas to try and steal away some camps. You've decent push in mid, you got control over top, and you know the Dragon was just taken. Could have tried to steal away Gromp before you go back into your own jungle and just even out that goal difference, but Alvaro pushing forward. But yeah, I think it's just, it's tough at the moment for Elyoya because he is behind, and Douglas is very much power farming.
Waiting for the bone skewer. Alvaro is not going to dodge out, ignites down as well. He needs to get the hook near the turret, doesn't matter, onto Kazi, delays maybe the inevitable, but the root back, Super with the flash, makes it an even trade. He gets to stay in lane, he gets to push this out. Meanwhile, we look at the top side, because getting bloody up there as well. Maybe he continues on. Merwin's going to be pushed into the river. Excuse me, Merwin, as Douglas comes through. Pyroclasm gets the range. Douglas used the minion wave so well as Hilly now tries to take on Super, but won't get the stun. Hilly. This guy's about to die, isn't he, Dagda? And Super picks up the kill. Ambitious of the support of Vitality. But now Super's huge.
Had the Hail of Blades back up, thought maybe if you could get the stun, you could finish off Super. But now that's just another kill going across to Super. He'll be able to reset and have a fantastic back for himself. And this control now on the bottom side with the 2 kills to Super means they should be able to get a good amount of push. They can start to play for more of these dragons and set up for these team fights as well. Vitality, they're starting to see this slip away. Alvaro again!
Well, he comes on in now to stop Douglas. He flashes in a straight line, though, and taken by Alvaro. The shockwave won't help him out. There's good burn damage, but down he goes. Douglas halted by Frescowi. He also gets the shove back onto Video. The ulti comes out from Elyoya as well. Video takes him, absorbs shock damage, but as the ultimate wears off, Elyoya dead by his former AD carry. Vitality make it a messy show.
They went too deep. Super just gone for reset, whereas Karzi got back to lane, so numbers advantage for Vitality. They got the pick, but it cost them more.
Oh, he's going in, shifting sands, waiting for the attack speed. The soldiers are out, but here comes Hilly. He's not level 6, though. Ulti launch out, Video only survives, but guess who doesn't? Hilly is dead again. I'm getting some deja vu from what we know about the best actor is Super is large again.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Super coming in to get the kill. Madlands Koi, they go wait. It's like, again, this isn't bad here to go for. We have a 3-man unit, we get the kill on Douglas, but it's the follow-up after that ends up being very messy. Elyoya probably didn't need to flash there. Could have trusted Alvaro to just go for the hook. And then here, I think Elyoya should have just ran for mid lane, right? You don't need to try and follow up on this. But once Karzi arrives, you just don't have the damage to follow up on it. Vidio's able to play safe, tucked in behind his AD carry. And from that point forward, you're just outnumbered on the play. So a little bit of a fumble there, but after that, Supa roaming towards the mid lane and just being able to barely finish off Hilly with the ultimate here as well. There's just nowhere to go for him.
And again, he almost took out Video with that as well. But we've seen what happens today when AD carries take over the Rift as the hook comes in. Hilly is going to get rooted up. He can't go anywhere. Close to dying yet again. He won't burn down. Thanks to the Ghost Water Dive, he heals up a little bit with a pot in hand as well. But now there's a threat of getting dove with Hilly's health bar so low.
Frescowi starting to lean to the spot side to try and protect him as well. But Douglas is on the top end.
We're just fighting all over. It's the last game of the season. They're like, why not Meowen? In trouble of getting solo killed. Cassante might be a tank, but he does so much damage. I hate this champion with Photon. Missing out means the trade. Oh my God, that hurts. Oh, Dagda.
I mean, for Photon, he didn't want to fall down. But even if he does, there's a wave that's falling to that tower as well. So we still come out, actually. Yeah, Mira not having that TP, going back to hurt him a little bit. But this has been such a barn burner of a game. Everyone is just fighting everywhere.
Yeah, something is on fire. I don't know what it is.
Brand.
It's not that well. I mean, technically, still 40 CS. Let's do math properly. 30 CS.
Mate, we're not here for math. It's
no,
the last.
Not.
It's late on a Monday, right?
This is. I mean, there's been a lot of games this season. Elyoya, are you ready to burn himself as zombie Brand? Not going to find the funnel here.
Hook. Oh.
Close. Okay, gets away in the nick of time. So, where do you want to start? What do you want to? Where okay. Should we talk? What should we talk about?
Let's take stock, all right? Because 3 for 3 when it comes to Void Grubs, Douglas is going to be able to pick this up. Yep. Mirren definitely losing control over that top lane matchup to Photon, not out in the best spots. But the real winners are going to be the Madlands Koi carries. Frescowi has a lead, Supa's got a lead, you got pushed there, you can start to play for a lot. The Void Grub is going to just wander away, but ooh, that's
out of the way. Yeah, thumbs in the air, absolutely. Last grub going to be taken, as you said. Won't be 3 for 3, but it will be 4 for 2.
Just going to back away. There was no... If Madlands Koi got the play, cool, you got a kill, would be nice, but getting the grubs is fine. You're going to go collect waves with Supa. The real point is going to be looking towards Dragon in just a moment's time. I think Madlands Koi want to try and get these dragons to prevent Vitality from being able to stack. There's a... Oh, hang on.
Yeah, we do have to wait, don't we? Hook onto Hilly again. Elyoya there, knocks him up, but Pyke still has his way to get out. With the Ghost Water Dive as well, holds on, but the Ignite spots him out. Frescowi is flashed on the Shockwave in the back as well. It was a nice attempt, but he's punished as Hilly gets his first kill, and he's reset on X, marking the spot. Big one for Vitality, as you said, Dagda, in front of the Dragon. That opens things up.
Ankle's broken on Frescowi. Vitality managing to just escape away from that. Great flash from Video. And now Vitality will be able to get the Dragon. Huge amount of what you want from Madlands Koi is to keep your tower so you can always contest Vitality on these objectives. Try and use the fact you've got Blitzcrank, but they're just not getting a chance. Alvaro.
Okay. Might find a hook onto Kazi instead. Looking for Hilly, saying again, let's get another kill on this support. But Douglas has made himself known. Chain of Corruption there. Hook doesn't connect. And look at the range, the burn, the Ignite. Alvaro might just die. He's healed up. Still burning. Leandri's almost ticks over. He's at like 25 HP. That's the problem with Brand. You get the passive, you get the burn.
You get the snipe from downtown.
Dead. No, can't see him. Kazi going to look for what he can see.
Still though, that's now Madlands Koi bot lane pushed away. Vitality going to be able to get a turret plate for themselves here. I mean, you look at the gold. Even though it's 3 kills across the Supa, thanks to the turret plates and also the fact that they've managed to keep this massive CS lead for themselves, gold is even. Supa does have to be careful beneath this tower as well, because Hilly will definitely go for this.
He will indeed. I mean, Supa flashes away, gets a root actually. Hilly's not tanking it up though. Kazi channels. Hang on a minute. Supa is 1 Q away. Waltz in the nick of time. He survives. But man, Kazi is dominating. Or is he? I'm not sure. I don't know, Dagda.
This is the thing though, Kazi's going to be able to push in the wave again, reset. You can start to rotate Hillistang up for Rip Tower, which is just a big spawn to Douglas, trying to make a play towards Mirren topside right before that happens.
But again, he gets the Seer, the charge out. Pyroclasm comes, and remember, it can bounce between the enemy and Brand now. He's burning down Mirren's dead. Another Seer on the grill. The Gnar goes.
Orianna is what Alvaro is fishing for here. Can he find Video? Will be spotted.
There, flash. Good sidestep. Gonna have to video that Blitzcrank in a second. Alvaro has had some really good attempts, though. In all seriousness, Herald's sitting there waiting. No Brand ulti, no all-out. Mad still have the priority in this river, Dagda, but for how long? Should you be running?
10 seconds on Mirren. You're going to have to TP back in with Photon. He went for the reset.
Of course we're fighting again, aren't we? We just
Look at
don't
Elyoya,
stop.
though. They don't see Elyoya. He can come in over the blast cone and get in behind Vitality here. This could be very dangerous. Vitality needs to back away.
But just remember, there's a 2-level disadvantage, so how threatening is Elyoya with no first item? Douglas even without ult, I'm still taking this fight. Mirwin without his Mega Nava, and Elyoya is soloed out, isolated, flip back, Douglas. Look at the damage! Video finds a Blitzcrank as Elyoya is running for his life. Mirwin, no Mega Gnar, no problem, they say. The Pillar of Flame not needed. Douglas running up into melee range. Mega comes, but it's too late. Vitality's Douglas is smurfing on him this game. Hilly even picks up Elyoya. It's nothing personal, he says to his old jungler. It's Vitality are working for Fnatic for this game.
They make it look easy on that top side play. Mad Lions quite very spread out. Super not really able to get into position to follow up on any of the damage, and massive leads now with Riptail taking the gold advantages as well. All blue, all in favor of Vitality down the center of your screen. Mad Lions Koi, they need to find some way to get these picks with Alvaro to shut this down.
I feel like from watching Saturday, you know, it's personal for what Isma did to Douglas. It's just crazy as Video is pushing this turret. Alvaro's going to come in with a hook. Now Video is going to die here. Shockwave almost trades it off, but at least they get another kill. But the problem is, Dagda, it's a 4K gold lead. There's 2 dragons in the back pocket. And this jungle difference is just huge. Watch this again.
Yeah, Elyoya getting spotted here by Hilly means that Vitality just get to completely turn in onto Elyoya. The route onto Alvaro from Karzi as well means that it spreads to Mirwin, so he's not able to get in. And Supa's just kind of sitting there for a Scowie going, can you see anyone to hit, buddy? Because I can't, and you're kind of just chilling. Lawn chairs out, hoping that the things go well. And as they see the rest of their team come running back through the gate that they went through, they're going to just leg it on themselves.
Elyoya getting bodied, especially when it's coming from Hilly. Man, it's rough. You can see Bad's having a great time. This is the old roster.
That's damage.
That hurts. It's burning again. Alvaro trying to get out. X not marking the spot, but Douglas still gets the kill. Number 5. 3,000 gold the difference. It's good when you see some of these pocket picks and some of the rarer picks like Brand Jungle, and you go, well, would like to see more of it. Because it is owning the Xin Zhao right now.
And there's very little that you can do now as Mad Lions Koi. You need that hook from Alvaro to hit, but it's Alvaro who's getting pinpointed down every single time. And this could have been a disastrous composition for Vitality. If you actually lose out in the 4v4 on the bottom side of the map, how do you try and contest objectives? How do you contest vision? You don't have anyone who can really do it. But now that they're ahead, the damage that they have, the burst, the setup for Hilly is absolutely obscene. And Hilly now just constantly fishing with Douglas. That ultimate up from Douglas will be enough to burst people down. You can even see there, like, look at the damage that can just be put out from long range.
The only hope I see for Mad here, Dagda, is what you kind of set up at the start. Alvaro with a pick. You know, Brand is an immobile jungler. Doesn't have his flash up and available as well. A pick to give some gold back to Mad Koi, to give them some priority where they need it most. The Blitzcrank hooks have been good, but we just see is good dodge from Hilly. The Douglas's poke is also meaningful. Karzi, as you were talking about before, Hilly's just standing in the way. He's such a nuisance.
It does interrupt a lot of the tempo, though, because Alvaro would have liked to move towards top side and see if he could link up with Mirwin on this push, but now that isn't really the case, so Photon can try and defend that. So nicely done. Just to be a nuisance. Now you got this in towards the mid lane. Probably isn't needed, but all right.
Oh, well. Go again. Who's getting in this time? Douglas, want to? Somebody, surely? No, never mind. We're just going to let it crash by itself. Herald will go down, but Inner gets Chains of Corruption at max range. Karzi fires out. Super ults for good measure. Elyoya was setting up for a flank, but now he's 80 carries at half health.
Yeah, now there's not very much that you can do, especially now that you don't have the Featherstorm available as well. Damage coming through from Vitality is going to be very scary.
Karzi does have flash. He has heal. Alvaro's there. They burn the flash away. Alvaro had his own summoner to threaten too. That's nice. You'll take that, especially since heal came along. But you still need more as Mad Koi. They're still fishing here.
Douglas
hooked in. There you go. You need it. You need it so badly, Mad. And the shutdown goes to Elyoya. You'd want it on Super, but still. Revenge.
And unfortunately, just a misstep from Douglas. All that vision control had been invested into the bot side for Vitality. That was where they wanted to push. They wanted Video to have safety. They wanted to threaten the mid tower. But when their time is over and Dragon's gone, that's where they need to take it safe, push out the lanes again, and slowly but surely establish the vision on that top side. They weren't sure if Photon was going to be the point of aggression for Mad Lions Koi. They tried to get vision, and Douglas pays for it in the end.
Ewan's been very cheeky. The 1-4 nah, he's picked up Trinity Force. A bit of a sleeper, he says. But against the Cassante, I guess that's the way it's got to be. Quick note on timers here. Baron's going to be spawning in 20 seconds. And Mad Koi is still behind 4,000 gold, but you can see, as we alluded to before, the Blitzcrank has a lot of merit. You said at the start, a lot of merit in this comp. We'll see how it plays out. We are getting to the point of 2 items as well across the Rift. Just pay attention to the brand here. We've got an Icy Rod in hand.
Gotta run.
Also a Rabadons. Who's running right now, Dagda?
I mean, Mad Lions Koi are going to take mid lane tower, which is going to be a big win for them, because I'll show you here. What we've been looking at is, where's my football?
Where are your buttons at?
So what we've kind of seen is like a lot of control in this area coming through for Vitality, where they've been set up and able to set up.
It's all right. Your map time has to go on pause for the time being. It's only Hilly. El Yoyo's been half health as well. Video feeling strong even without the Rabadon's death cap. Do you want to open up the map again, Dagda? Do you reckon you have the time?
Definitely don't.
No, we'll hold on that. Kazi, his ulti is avoided, but a good attempt nonetheless. They back away. Dagda, I reckon you have about 15 seconds.
Yeah, so this is all the vision that has been invested into this top side coming through for Vitality, right? But the problem is that now you've got the push coming through. You can actually start to clear this vision out on both sides, coming in from Mad Lions Koi, and make it very difficult for Vitality to actually contest these side waves anymore, which then opens up opportunities for Mirren to take top tower. It opens up opportunities for Alvaro to look for picks. So a huge amount of this game based for Vitality is getting this deep vision down and making sure they're all fine, which is why you see like double blue wards picked up for Vitality to try and set that up and make sure they always have the opportunity to not walk in blind. But because Mad Lions Koi now have the opportunity to push in off of mid lane pressure, it becomes much more difficult for Vitality to hold on to that vision and know they're safe on these plays.
I mean, again, doing the due diligence from Mad, I think, has to be overstated a bit here, that it has to be set up for Alvaro, has to give them some control back into this game, especially around this Baron pit, when we are going to be getting the neutral that spawns alongside it. I guess the issue is having more information is so important here, because Vitality are going for Soul Point in a minute as well. It's a Mountain Soul that makes the game harder when you're going up against something like the Cassante, right? That's going to give so much bonus stats. Mad Koi, as you talked about, vision being cleared out now. It's great to see it happen, but we need that step 2 as well, where it then turns into a pick, gives them options, and continues giving them a way back into this game that helps them set up the top 4.
Yeah, Hilly just trying to be a nuisance and prevent the resets from Mad Lions Koi. They want to try and delay them so they have the tempo lead. Look at topside. Video already got that reset, got the Rabadon's death cap. He's pushing out top, trying to make sure that's a point of pressure. And as well, then you kind of need someone to go and fix bot lane in a moment as well. But Vitality still getting control of this mid lane because Mad Lions Koi want to reset. Now means with 20 seconds into the Dragon, Mad Lions Koi don't have control of the area. And with Photon now being able to tank it.
Oh, found another one. Gets to it. Dondu. Hilly can't move and is shut down over to Super. Alvaro does it again, but he's separated from the team. That'll be the cost. Excuse me, it was El Yoya, actually, who dies as Photon's on Frescowi. Cassante things, I think so. As Shockwave misses, it's because Frescowi flashes away the hook again. Again, it's Video this time. Alvaro doesn't miss, but Merlin does for some reason. His ulti flashed away from it. He flashes in advance. It's a messy fight. Vitality picking it up because Douglas is still alive, but Alvaro's still in the picture. Hits Kazi at point blank range. Just give him the MVP already.
You needed to avoid the hooks, but Alvaro finds it, and it's Hilly who falls. And now Super can turn with Frescowi to pick off the Dragon, prevent the Mountain Soul for Vitality.
You went from Hilly to Alvaro, and a lot of people looking in and saying, well, okay, he's looking good. At the moment, maybe not. Alvaro's going to die now. X marks the spot, but Hilly flashes on the spot. Dragon goes down to Mad Koi. And in this 27-kill game, we're going to watch mid happen again.
And Hilly just didn't need to be that far forward. They had Photon there, who was going to be in a position to tank a lot of those hooks and could even try and make a play like that. But because Hilly ends up falling down, Mad Lions Koi feel far more likely to go aggressive even getting access to Karzi Video here. Video have flash. Karzi flashed away. Video thought the Karzi was going to be the one who tanked it, so didn't end up burning it. And ends up costing Video his life. And now, with the Shockwave gone, with the Orianna gone, there's just not enough consistent damage. Yes, Douglas can try and get some burn, but Poke Karzi is not where you want to be relying on DPS for.
This is a strange game. This is a strange way to end the split, but a nice one, isn't it? Elyoya caught out again. Douglas going to be rooted up. In fact, Frescowie don't hit at the end of range. This Brand in the middle of everyone, he's just going to die. A double over to Elyoya, who's been suffering all game long in this mini grudge match between former teammates. It's getting messy. Video's ulti hits, but it doesn't do too much. And now Mad Koi, all of a sudden, they have numbers advantage, but no Azir. Can they really Baron?
No TP for Photon, though, so he can't come in. It's Hilly and Video with no Shockwave to try and stop this. There's some damage there, but this is going to get risky. Video walking into the pit.
Oh.
I think they've got it. It should be all right.
If Hilly gets any kind of reset here, it's big, but you're right. It should feel right. Alvaro with the hook doesn't land. Hilly on the hunt. But he needs quite a lot here to find success with that ulti. Bone Skewer doesn't connect. Hilly still searching, trying to stop the backs. Photon's on his way. That's why Alvaro gets the hook. Oh my God. You know what? I just accept it at this point. The game is off the chart.
It's gone a little bit off track here for Vitality, but again, it's losing tempo. It's giving control back to Mad Lions Koi, and great ultimate from Frescowie to pull Douglas into this fight as well. He'll end up giving his life for it, but ends up getting Photon off the back of it with Alvaro finding that hook. And Vitality, this was what we were saying, is if you lose out in the 4v4, it becomes so much easier for Mad Lions Koi to take space with Alvaro. And with that one misstep from Douglas, giving that tempo advantage back over to Mad Lions Koi, giving them the opportunity to take mid lane tower, it's now Mad Lions Koi firmly in the driver's seat.
How firmly, Dagda? How much you want to say it?
Very good. Alvaro, oof.
Benched out on Douglas as well. So if the hook does connect on this Brand, he's got a lifeline for the time being, but Mad Koi making short work of that bottom side turret, opening up the map further. The gold bleed going into their pockets for what feels like, well, I say the first time this game, I'm not sure at this point, but still 1,000 Baron power play looking good. Just a quick side note, after this game, we do have our draw show, which will run into our playoffs, and we get to find out who is going with who.
Just be careful, Alvaro and Hilly
both missed, yes.
But now Baron up creeps pushing in the spot lane. Mirren's got control in mid. Shockwave dodged by Supa, nicely done.
Yep.
And that was Vitality kind of needed to get that done. They were already losing out on mid push as well. Now Hilly trying to move back over towards that top side, which is why Mirren's backing away. Vitality will hold on to that bot lane tier 2, but they lose it at mid.
It's a 2k gold lead now. Dragon up in 1 minute 20. This feels reminiscent. I think you and I, you know, doing a bit of like old IGRA. The flashback for anyone out there. I always put RA in the mix because that team is strange. But it's been interesting because a lot of Vitality games you could say the same thing, right? A lot of Vitality games this split have been a bit unhinged.
Yeah,
I mean, nicely.
Week 1, 0-3. Week 2, 3-0.
Oh, unhinged up top.
Maybe going 2-6.
He is a Meganar shortly. But, I mean, how much time can he buy? Meganar about to come through. An ulti, I'm sure. The Brand ulti used as well. Now, remember, Baron was already taken. It's a buff that's going to expire in 5 seconds, so there's nothing on the top side. You can see Madder trying to use his time and push in some waves.
I mean, 30 seconds until Dragon, though. Still, you don't want to try and face check this blind, but Mirren dead as Dragon spawns means that Photon can kind of be the one to push in, so they will lose bot lane terror, but just nice timing window by Vitality, and they invested the Brand ultimate, which does suck a little bit, but you still got most of your ultimates available. And again, it comes back to, can Alvaro find a hook onto a key target before Photon gets in position? They need Photon to be the one face checking.
I'm going to ask a question later on, ladies and gentlemen. How is there a bounty on Elyoya, who's 2 levels down and 60 CS down? Not too sure. Hook dodged, Hilly playing it close. Is this Dragon going to be the be-all, end-all? I'm not sure. It's not stolen, though, that's for sure, by Vitality, who would have made it a soul. Photon trying to run at them, Hilly trying to do the same. Mad Koi have split apart as it teleports towards the top side. That's trying to get the job done in a different lane. That's Mirwin coming in. but Vitality trying to find the fight. Photon has just pressed the ghost button onto the level 13 Xin Zhao. He spins a circle, the no-no circle, and Elyoya gets out while Mirwin did commit the teleport.
The threat of the engage from Photon, though, does mean that the teleport from Mirwin on the top side does get cancelled out. Doesn't get to tier 2, so it ends up working out somewhat, but Vitality just a bit slow to get to Dragon. It means it's a bit unfortunate for them where they had the play, but just not out on the map quick enough to contest the objective afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. We just wait for the next Baron, minute 30, right? Next Baron to come through. Do you want to do some item talk? Because we got a blighting jewel on Daggers, almost 4th item there. Brutalizer, good to see back in the game on Kazi, who's actually already doing quite a lot of damage. Don't look at Mirwin, that's different. He gets over, hops out, but it's the damage on Super that I've noticed that is actually hurting a lot. Because we haven't really seen Super free fighting. All those early kills that came up before, he's held onto that lead. He hasn't died. Super's just the one clearing out waves, holding his gold lead. Making sure he doesn't give too much over to Vitality every time it's that ult used out, but better than him dying, better than him giving an advantage over Mirwin. Can we say the same? There's the bone skill. He's not going to be stunned up. He hops out, but he's about to go Mega Gnar. Vitality are fighting into a Mega Gnar. Alvaro flashes, but the static field doesn't open up the Blitzcrank hook. Kazi now setting up. Look at that Q, hit Super, but the damage not as significant as before. We are fighting cross mid right now. Mirwin, though, is about to run out of Mega Gnar. Baron side achieved by Vitality, but they got 30 seconds to wait. They've just lost control of mid.
You have the creeps, though. That's why Madeline's core just continue to push. Super can look for the base to crack open, and resets coming through for Vitality to try and defend this. They can now fall back over towards the Baron afterwards and get all the vision they need. Hilly, where are you, buddy?
Where are we going? Hilly's hit at max range. Elyoya not able to follow it, but Mad are now in front of the Baron that's got 5 seconds to spawn, clearing out vision as they go. We are yakety-saxing over the map. Let's go and have a look at Baron again and see what time it is. Are we going to get a 50-50 Dagda? You tell me now.
We're going to have to see if it's going to be the case. TP coming through from Photon. It's gone. But what can they get? They're in the pit.
They got the hook as well. Baron down. Photon's there, though, but it's a Brand. It's a Brand in the pit. You've got to be careful. But in the meantime, Frescowi has done his job. He's got an instant double kill. Video on the backside's hit hard as well. He has done his job.
Oh, Super!
Flashes away as well. Video going to get out in the nick of time. Mad have found themselves 3 quick kills. It looked bad, it looked dicey, but the hook in from Alvaro again, I feel like did so much.
Frescowi gave his life to deny Karzi the ultimate, deny Video the ultimate, and deny Fnatic their opportunity at taking top 4 away from Madeline's Koi as they step into the base.
A brand new roster built around Elyoya. I mean, this game has been messy, it's been crazy, it's been spicy, but Mad as the death time is almost there as Hylissang tries to bring it back. Will take down the last Nexus turret, will hit their way into the top 4. Elyoya and the 4 boys are showing us that they were the least expected. What a way to end the split.
It has been loco entirely, but what a performance from Madeline's Koi. Again, rookies coming in with the Elyoya. A phenomenal opening split for these guys, putting on a magnificent performance. And 3 of them on your screen at the moment for player of the game. You can vote now at LEC on X. It's going to be Elyoya, Super, and Alvaro for your Kia player of the game. And honestly, there was so much work put in by all of them.
Elyoya's out there. I mean, it was jungle dip from the early game, but he held on. I mean, props to him. That was a really hard early game to get past. But Mad locking in top 4. An impressive feat when this team had to rebuild from the ground up. Elyoya, the only surviving member. Everyone else dispersed, but Mad still beat expectations.